Hello tubers, Mescal here. I want to tell you a story about vision and vision health. I used to have really good vision, and a few years back I started working under fluorescent lights, and then within 6 months of working under fluorescent lights I started to experience a really rapid decline in my ability to see close up, and I started to have to hold things at arm's length, and I was looking over my nose and squinting to read fine print. And I was actually working in a store at the time, and I overheard a customer say something about, "My eyes are better now than they ever were." So I perked up my ears and I said, "What are you talking about?" And he told me lutein. He wrote it down for me. I went to the shops, I bought some Blackmore's lutein, and at the time I'm pretty sure it was 2000 IUs per capsule. It was like an orange paste inside the capsule. And then within that week I experienced my eye health coming back, and I was amazed. It was like all these stories you hear about, oh, once you hit 40, that's it, your eyes are gone. And so I kept using the lutein, and I gave away the bottle because my eyes had got about as good as I think they were ever going to get from it. And the next time I tried to buy some, it had been diluted. It was no longer 2000 IUs, and I can't find any at strength anymore. And I thought, well, what food stuff has high amounts of lutein? And kale came up on the list, top of the list. I've eaten kale before, I hated it. So the idea here is to make a kale smoothie with other things in there that are great for your eyes. So there's some pistachio nuts that are high in lutein as well, and I just threw the other stuff in there to mask it. It's probably good to have the bananas and the apricots and everything else in there, but yeah. So why does it work? The lutein absorbs into your macula and your retina. Being an orange colour, it absorbs blue light, which stops your eyes reading the blue light. So what happens then, if you don't have lutein or these carotenoids in your eyes, the blue light hits the retina, gets red, and then your eye pushes the lens out of focus. And that is the quintessential problem. Your eyes are being pushed out of focus because the blue light makes a fuzzy edge, and it's trying to compensate. And because there's no orange carotenoid in the back of your eye soaking up the blue light that's landing on it, it pushes your eyes out of focus. And as you get older, your rigidity of the lens gets harder, and it sort of just locks it in at a out of focus position. I'm experiencing some more eye trouble at the moment, so I thought, let's go out and get a blender and blend up some kale and throw a bunch of fruit in there and make some smoothies. So that's what I wanted to share with you, because you don't hear about it. It's a very interesting subject, and the science is sound when you look at the idea of how blue light is the furthest most. If you push white light through a prism, the blue is at the furthest most edge. And if you've ever tried to look at a blue laser dot, you'll see what I mean. Your eyes just cannot focus on the dot because it's fuzzy, and it's the beginning of the decline. And the other link there is that ultraviolet light, which comes out of fluorescent bulbs, destroys the lutein. It breaks it down. So you need to keep putting the stuff back in there. And the companies that make the vitamins have cottoned on that they were putting far too much in to begin with. So they've diluted it. Otherwise, it would work too well and you'd stop buying the stuff, which is what I discovered. I got to the point where I gave the bottle away to my brother. And so here we go. Kale smoothie. I'm going to put some ice cream in there to cover it all up too, because I just don't like the taste of it. So let's see how this goes. This blender was on sale, Canbrook brand, and so it should do a pretty good job. This is the worst touchpad ever. Things just get on there and it just Anyway, I'm digressing. Yeah, so I'm going to put some coconut milk in there to spread it out. Right, here we go. See what that thing tastes like. Doing the one-handed thing here. It's very green. That's not too bad. I could drink that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and if you've got any other tips for eye health, drop a comment.